Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Another day, another dollar. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. How's it going? It is around 7:45, 7:50 here in old San Antonio, Texas. As you can tell, I think by now. Banjo, get away! Almost made it out the back alley. That's okay. There's little, I think sparrows, some type of bird, playing in these leaves over there. How y'all doing? Okay, Benji, I think we're good to go. Let's go. I just want to say yesterday that, oh no, we are not good to go. I'll go ahead and Warriors Creek. Yesterday, my mom, Tracy, and myself had a banjo. 1 second, banjo. Oh, he's going in this. 1 second. Okay, I guess we're not crossing the street today. Anyway, which is probably good because there's that. But before I get into this video, I just want to say when we got back home, there was workers over on Honey Creek, and then we waited a little bit, and then Tracy and I went to the grocery store, and then there was workers over here on what you call it, Swandale and Wrestlers Creek. I guess Wrestlers Creek because I said Honey Creek. Both on Swandale. When I say workers, I mean like looks like the city sent somebody out there. Something. Some sort of infrastructure going on. So, they didn't have any signs or anything, they just had cones. But I will say this, Saws was saying they were going to do some work, and Tracy said we got a flyer that said it was going to be like 30 minutes without water. They had to do something around here. Here's one of those cute birds. Can y'all see he's in this bush? I think that one's a female. Anyway, Sauce said, Tracy said Sauce was here. My mom was out at the house. I was over at Kimmy's on my staycation, which I guess I still haven't recovered from, but it's okay. Anyway, I mean recover from because of my yoga videos. Not doing them daily like I used to all early in the mornings. My apologies about that. If I wish I could read your comments if that's something that has personally affected your day. Anyway, so Tracy said Saws, the water wasn't off for like more than 10 minutes. They did their work and they're gone. And if you're wondering, during the freeze of February 2021, we had water. We didn't have power, but we had water. So, anyway, my mom Tracy and I had a really fantastic time at the zoo yesterday. And wouldn't you believe it? Like, we had planned to go. We made those plans via Instagram. The week before. Instagram message, because when Kimmy was in Europe, that was a mode of communication we had. But anyway, it is 7:53 a.m. and Squaw Creek needs their attention. Squaw Creek saves chocolate milk. Hashtag. But wouldn't you believe it? That new public charter, tuition free, I don't understand that. Maybe you can explain it to me or discuss amongst yourselves. I don't know about how that works. I thought it was an either or, not both. So, oh, it's both cars today. Get out of here. I'm kicking you out. Get out of Squaw Creek. Still a funnier joke than who? Joe Rogan a week back. Still better PR than who? Clown Tulsi Gabbard. Anyway. Wouldn't you believe it? That public charter school. It's both. You know, Kip, down the street, there was somebody's house there. I'm assuming, legally speaking, a rational assumption from a reasonable adult. I don't know if you can even say like they sold that property and then tore down the house, whatever property was there, and then built a school on it. Banjo! But you know, I read through the San Antonio Express News and I see that there's a lot of journalists who work there, have the access and means and talent and skill to look all that up. I haven't seen an article about it in the paper, but I've seen there's people who work there that have the ability to wherewithal, knowledge, background, whatever, etc., to look into all that. I would Google it, but you know. Banjo! 1 second. Okay, I have to get my tongue. So they're at the zoo, and they went into the butterfly house, also known as the butterfly rainforest. At the same time I did. You wanna know how I know? Because they had shirts that said Kip. There were one of the field trips there. The other field trip that I saw was Alamo Heights. So, ooh, those are two very different school districts. Well, I don't know about district because, like I said, that public charter, you know, situation. But two different. One's a school district. The other, I don't know. Even though it says public, I guess it would be considered North Side. As far as the public part, as far as the charter part, I don't know. And as far as North Side, it's like it's not a very it's like a building, square buildings, and I don't see not one playground. Like I said, it's on my jogging route, or used to be because I changed my jogging route. But anyway, KIPP, K-I-P-P. Recently they've been kind of active on their Twitter too. I noticed this year, I noticed before, sorry, I noticed before that Banjo's not stopping today like he usually does. If you scroll through their Twitter, they're not as active, but they're like really active now. When I mean really active, I mean like Squaw Creek acting up. Squaw Creek saves chocolate milk. Oh look, it's like, is it Frito? Oh, it's Frito over there. Good luck, Frito. It's Frito 1. Anyway. Frito 2 is where they had one of the works yesterday when we got home from the zoo. That's what I was saying. But other than that, really crowded. With Alamo Heights, you can never tell because I don't know what happens with field trips, but sometimes there's Banjo, no sir. Oh, 1 second. Oh my god. Well, one house. I don't want him to take his time, and he's taking his time. Banjo, let's go. Because of he who shall not be named looking truck. I guess it's just their style. Anyway, which again, obviously, gonna have some legal issues with me. And the legal issues with me is probably the least of he who shall not be named's worries. That's what I'll say to that. Allegedly. Banjo, what are you eating? Let's go. Let's go, Banjo. Anyway, so we had a great time at the zoo. Banjo, let's go. Let's go. Who was also retired from the Air Force and worked in the FBI and is now retired from the FBI. He who shall not be named. Banjo! Banjo! Let's go! Let's go! So anyway, we had a great time at the zoo for the most part. And wouldn't you know, we got a little zoo brochure. Banjo, let's go! 1 second. Of all the people who can contact me, right? I think, was it in 2021 or 2022? I had shown y'all a screenshot of the contact. And it was what? Not acknowledging the reality the entire world lives in. So anyway, had a great time at the zoo. Sorry, I guess I maybe shouldn't take so long with the selfies. Anyway, had a great time at the zoo, and when we got back home, what we had in the mail was a little brochure that what you call it, was with the zoo. Sorry, I hate that area. I just do. I hate that area. I hate he who shall not be named. You know, that fight or flight mode kicks in, and this is what it's looking like right now. And as far as diagnosis, as far as like talking about diagnosis, I know there was a car there. And if I'm cornered, trying to get trapped, if I'm feeling not 100%, that's the moment of attack. It just is. I don't like them at all. I don't like them. They're gonna have a lot of issues and problems with me. Minimum, obviously. I'm gonna let Banjo in. You need to go inside, Banjo? Anyway, I had a great time at the zoo. Oh, and I just want to say right now, as I'm passing my mom's car, that apparently the Meatballs Twitter also says that they've given the most money, and by given, I guess the taxpayers of Florida, I think is what he means to say. Anyway, the Meatballs Twitter says he has given the most amount of money to autism and people with disabilities. So while I'm here, I guess I'm highlighting that tweet, which is different from Elon's tweet about if you're a drug addict, you're inclined not to work. Sense and purpose, all that. Anyway, all of these in tweets too. So what, are they calling me that, or are they calling the people who have taken my inability to work, gain an income from my art, to say the least. Are they calling them drug addicts? Are they calling them autistic? Am I connecting dots that aren't there? I don't know. I don't have an answer for you, or the means to find that answer out in a 10-minute Google search. I do not have that right or luxury. But anyway, I digress. We went to the San Antonio Zoo. We had a great time. Tracy was excited to see the zoo. She's been walking and stuff, and she said she felt very good. She said the last time she went to the zoo was on my birthday, and she had to stop and rest, and she didn't have to do any of that. So my mom had to do that towards the end, near like the athletic trail. She would sit down for like a minute, 60 seconds max, and then she would get up and start walking again. She said, so we quickly had a quick exit of the San Antonio Zoo, but for the most part, 95% we had an amazing time. I felt great because usually I'm spending like at least 25% of my time trying to like not be near people and kids for whatever reason. I said if I make an error or a mistake, I'd rather do that by being overly cautious. Said if there's predators out there, you know, especially around me, I don't want them getting anything. He who shall not be named, I don't want them getting any of my money, nothing. And as a taxpayer, I'm upset. Even though sometimes it says I didn't pay my taxes. My CPA says I did, and I say I did, as far as working with Margie as a home health aide. But anyway, I digressed again. Had a great time at the zoo. And part of the reason was I felt comfortable with my mom and Tracy there with somebody, so I could just be talking with them this whole time. So if they also had a little encounters with kids and stuff where it was just like, where's the adult? So, you know, I felt a little bit, you know, I would have had that same reaction. And if that happened to me, I would have that same reaction. So, as far as that part goes, I felt it was nice to go to the zoo, and it was nice to go with my mom and Tracy. And part of the reason was sharing that experience with them. They took really good pictures. They all zoomed in, so I said, is that the trick? I guess I have to zoom in when I take my pictures. But they took really good pictures for their Instagram, the animals at the San Antonio Zoo. So if you want a zoomed in picture of the animals, they got good ones. And there was not a lot of, I guess, anxiety there, since I was able to just talk with my mom and Tracy about, you know, whenever there was like, I don't know, room for there to be anxiety. And we got a little pamphlet in the mail, a really cool one. It says, thanks for being a member and contributing to the San Antonio Zoo, the future of wildlife, and, you know, stuff like that. And it was a cool pamphlet, and it was just a nice to get after we got home from the zoo. And my mom also got a lot of stuff for my dad. She said it's been 12 years, and they're still getting like 3 different pieces of mail for my dad addressed to him on the same day. Anyway, so good morning. Another day, another dollar. You know, I appreciate y'all listening. And of course, I don't mind if you're out there evaluating my psychology, my behavior. Um, one of these days, because I believe in the greater good, I'm going to be able to see that, and I'm going to be able to see other people's perspective of me, you know. So I look forward to that, and, especially by now, it's April 30th, 2024. I have tough skin now. It's just an attribute that I have. So, especially with taking things personally. I guess it's a learned talent, skill I have. But I can't wait to see that. And as far as whether you're genuine or not, or you have good intentions or not, whether I got you on a good day or bad day, that's another reason why I'm doing this, because this is, I've never heard of this happening, to anybody else. And so here it is. Here's my hot take on it. If you're a supporter of mine and you feel like you want to put a little good in the world and do good by me, I don't mind if people are, I don't want you to get upset if you see comments talking about evaluating my psychology or behavior. It's just part of the process, I think, and I think is a good move to make. At sometimes it, isn't the best, and it can get a little rough. But I think overall, it's probably the best move for me to make, and especially to be open about all this. That's what's been happening, right? People have already been invited to my life, so to be invited to me inviting them like this, I'm not taking as the worst thing that could possibly happen. That's already happened. So for people to have their opinions, evaluations, I just don't want you to be too concerned about me and my future self when I get to see all that. And I also don't want you to be upset about it, because it's just kind of the natural process of these things. And this is traumatic, and when something traumatic happens, as you well know, people handle that traumatic event, whether they're seeing it or in different ways. So I look forward to being able to see people's evaluations. It might not seem like they're evaluating, but I'd be like, it might be. But again, that's another reason. I guess these videos are so long, and one of the reasons is I don't know how to edit videos on my phone. There's probably an app for that, which I have not downloaded. But that's just kind of another reason why I just kind of have this kind of first take, hot take, brand system going on here. So I appreciate y'all listening to this 25-minute morning video. Banjo's already inside waiting for his dinner stick. My family's probably up. Anyway, thanks for listening. Happy Tuesday. Another day, another dollar. And I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good one. And hopefully I'll talk to y'all soon. Talk to y'all later. Hopefully soon with my husband right next to me.